Hello everybody, I'm Tom Helmer alongside my partner Ashley Bueller. And Ashley, this should be a fantastic meet this afternoon.
Yeah, both teams are coming off of a win in their season opener, so they had a great start to the season. I know they want to keep that momentum going, and I think both teams are really going to be fighting for that win today.
All right, let's talk about a couple of the star athletes we're going to see in this afternoon's meet, and we'll start on the Central Michigan side and Danelle Pendrick.
Yeah, Danelle Pendrick has been an absolute superstar for CMU in her career so far. She qualified to the NCAA championships twice as an individual. She is also the 2019 MAC champion on vault and in the all-around, so definitely been a key contributor for CMU.
We welcome you down here on the floor at the Convocation Center. She's my partner, Ashley Bueller. Joel Gadet, glad to have you along with us. Ashley, both of these teams are coming off season best 195s the last time out. Let's start with Eastern Michigan. What's Katie Minnesota looking for to build off of a phenomenal performance?
Well, Coach Minnesota said that she feels like she has a really strong beam team. And last weekend, they actually posted their highest score on the event since 2017. It was a 49.225. So if they can do that again here tonight, I think they'll be good to go. And it'll make up for any slight mishap they had on the bars like they did last week.
Yeah, Eastern Michigan.
If it's your first time watching gymnastics, explain that a little bit too, because we'll actually see 7 athletes on each apparatus, but only 6 count.
Yes, so 6 go up and compete, and their scores will be the ones that count towards the team total. You have 5 that actually count, so you get to drop the lowest score on each event. And then sometimes you'll see the coaches put up an athlete in the 7th position. That's just kind of a way for the gymnasts to get some practice and get some experience under their belt out on the competition floor without having to worry about the pressure of having the score count.
What makes her such a strong athlete, Ashley?
She just has a good combination of difficult elements, good execution. She does everything so beautifully. She's just a really solid all-around athlete. CMU was really lucky to have her on their team. She's an athlete that, in my opinion, she could go to any of the top schools in the NCAA. So it's really great to see her here in the MAC conference with, how great she is and all the accolades she has.
She was the MAC Gymnast of the Year last year and the MAC Vault and all-around champion.
Huge height on that release move. Giant full into a packed salto down to the low bar. She kept her toes pointed and legs glued together on that. The judges are really going to like that. And she does a little bit of a unique dismount. She'll put one foot on the bar at a time, flip forward, and then do a half twist. And of course, gets the stuck landing.
And what's the benefit of that kind of dismount, putting one foot on the bar?
Honestly, it's just a matter of the technique and how the gymnast prefers to do it. It just looks cool, honestly. It's unique. You don't see it very often. So, and that dismount itself, you don't see very often either. So, it's just something different to set her apart from everyone else.
Now they signal they're ready to go. So here goes Emily Debronix.
Another Yurchenko full. Great vaults. That was probably the best one we've seen so far in EMU's lineup. She had a tiny movement of the feet on the landing, so they might get her for that, but that was a really good vault.
Now a great one there coming just after Molly Paris had fallen on her landing when her hand slipped on the table.
Yeah. She was able to bring it back, so that's what experience does for you.
Right? Yeah, that's exactly the position you want your captain in that spot right there.
It's a veteran move for sure.
Back to the vault.
Charlotte Tishkoff. That was a really cool vault. You don't see that very often. So that's a Yurchenko full on tuck off. That's the only 10-0 start value they have in their lineup. But she did a great job on that. What's so difficult about that is normally you just see girls do a back handspring onto the table and they go straight back. She does a full twist before her hands come in contact with the table and then pushes off and does a back tuck. So very, very difficult.
This is Bree Price.
I absolutely love Bree on this event. She's such a beautiful gymnast, has great toe point. That was a front toss into a back handspring step out. Very solid. Bree was a competitive dancer in addition to doing gymnastics when she was younger. You can see that here in her nice lines. And that is an illusion turn, a very difficult element. It's an E-value dance skill here on beam, and she did it beautifully. She looks comfortable up there. Has a great routine going so far, just the dismount. And stuck landing, wow, that was excellent.
Hannah Demers.
And she also won this event last weekend in her collegiate debut. Scored a 9.85. She's a great vaulter. She's going to do a Yurchenko full and sticks the landing. That was a great vault. Wow. I love the body position on that. She had clean form throughout. And of course, that all-important stuck landing.
Right.
The judges are going to notice that. That's obviously the very last thing they see is that stuck landing. So,
Ashley, you could feel Central Michigan's energy lift with
yeah.
each vault there as they get a little more and more excited as things go on.
They loved that one. That should be a big score for them.
Eastern season best on beam, following it up well on floor.
Score for Allison Richardson was at a 9-9.
And a press handstand mount for Mia Lord.
Very unique, showing off both her strength and flexibility.
That'll win you a MAC title. The reigning champion, second team All-MAC last year, went to an NCAA regional.
Very impressive front aerial to back handspring layout step out. It's a very impressive connection there. You see that a lot in the elite world.
Comes from DeVos Gymnastics on the north side of Indianapolis.
That gym produced 2008 Olympian Samantha Pezic.
And her sister, who competed at Western Michigan.
Mm-hmm. This has been a really great routine. Just needs to get this dismount.
And she does.
Double twist. Wow, that was gorgeous. Chest up on the landing. Did not move her feet. That's going to be a big score. The team is so excited, as they should be.
That's a big celebration for a big score.
Get another look at that dismount. It's worth a second look. Double twist. Boom. Gets the landing. So this is a routine that is not going to count score-wise for the team total. It's just something for her to get some experience out on the competition floor with the crowd, the TV cameras, the big lights in the arena. That's something that you can't really create in the gym. So it's good for her to get the experience of hitting a routine under pressure in a competition setting. Although it's not too much pressure because she doesn't have to worry about the score counting. So it's a good combination. Beautiful handstand position there, giant full into a ginger, right down to the low bar, overshoot. I mentioned the judges are looking for the clean form and the legs together. Hit handstand, she's doing all of that. Just the dismount. Double layout, gets the stuck landing. That was a beautiful routine. That's definitely going to be the highlight for EMU.
That all goes toward your score on beam. We always talk about wanting to have fun on floor. You have to have fun on beam as well, and that's easier said than done because so many times you get sucked into the focus of staying on a 4-inch beam 4 feet off the ground.
But you know, I believe there's some evidence that shows that when you smile, you actually feel more confident. It radiates through your body, so it looks like it worked there for Emily Debronix.
I feel like I need to read some more of those books.
I got all the self-help books.
Gabby Welch now on floor. She had a 9.825 on vaults, and look at the power.
Wow. Double layout to open. That's an E-value element. She stuck the landing. Wow. You know, I mentioned that the gymnasts are allowed to take a step back. She didn't need to do that at all. She just stuck it with 2 feet.
Be the 6 going for Eastern Michigan.
Yeah, that's 2 freshmen at the beginning of EMU's lineup on bars, so that's a really pressure-filled situation to be in. You know, being the first one to go in the lineup, you're the one that's kind of responsible for getting the team off on the right foot and setting the tone for how the whole rotation is going to go. So it's really important to have someone that you can trust going up first in that lineup spot. And they have 2 freshmen going up in the first and second spot. So
which says a lot about them and their confidence they have in them to kind of get the ball rolling in this second rotation.
Yeah, they really fight for those lineup spots in the gym. So, you know, those girls have worked hard to prove themselves and to, you know, secure that lineup spot. Yurchenko full, lots of power on that. And a small hop on the landing, but that was a really good ball. They're definitely going to be happy with that one.
Look clean, great effort by Kennedy Johnson.
Give a look at the replay there. Just the small hop on the landing, but she got a good push off the table, which resulted in good height.
How much should they ding you for a small hop?
It depends on how small or big it was. Usually it's anywhere from a 1/2 to a 1/10. That I would say is about a 1/10.
Danelle Pedrick, final vaulter for Central Michigan.
So now this is going to be a big vault for her. Yurchenko full. Okay, so she only did the full today. She's capable of doing a double twist, which is a vault that you commonly see on the world or Olympic stage. She can do that vault, and she's done it pretty consistently here in college, but stuck with just the full today. Still a very good vault, just that small hop on the landing, but should still be a big score for them.
Do you feel both sides are playing a little bit safe here early in the season?
A little bit, yeah. And teams typically will do that in the beginning of the season. It's better to play it safe, and, you know, later on they might throw out some bigger skills.
Eastern Michigan, they will move over to the balance beam. It was interesting in talking to one of the coaches. They thought right now beam might be one of their strongest things.
Yeah, Coach Minnesota said that this is a really good event for them this season, and I actually think it showed last weekend in their season opener. They posted a 49-1, which is a great score, and after the first week of competition, they're actually ranked 8th in the nation on beam. So a good start for them to start the season, and hoping to keep it rolling here today.
All right, now up on the floor, Hannah Demers for Central Michigan.
She's going to open with a front double full. It's an E value element, very difficult. The dramatic music, I love it. So front handspring, front double full, great landing. That's one of the most difficult elements you can do in college gymnastics.
Like she gave that smile, then she turned a little bit to her right and looked at her teammates, gave them a grin too.
I got this. Double pike in the second pass. Good landing.
No protractors. It's Callie Harden.
So it's another one of those front handspring, front pike vaults. Big hop forward. She had her chest down a little bit. What's difficult about that vault, though, it only starts from 9-9, but the fact that she's landing facing forward, it's more difficult because she can't see the landing. It's what we call blind landing in gymnastics. So she can't actually see where she's at until she's basically there.
Well, back over to the floor now. Danelle Pendrick, we talked about her at the top of the broadcast. She is a star for this Central Michigan gymnastics team.
So she's going to open here with a triple twist, one of the best I've seen done in the NCAA. There it is. Great landing. I love the music pause for dramatic effect. Just having fun here. The floor is almost like a four-sided stage. You really got to play to the crowd and the judges here on all angles. She's doing a great job of that.
Here is Jada Rondu.
They're going to be looking to bounce back after that fall, and if there's anyone that you're going to put up to get you back on track, I think Jada Rondu is a good one. She's very solid on this event.
One of two all-arounders for Eastern tonight. She went 9-8 on bars, 9-7-2-5 on her vault.
Sitting pretty so far.
Does have a triple flight to look forward to here.
Yeah, she's normally very solid on that, so we'll see if she can get it again here today. Starts with a full turn. Showed good control there. Here she goes for that triple series, back handspring, layout, step out, solid. That's probably one of the best ones I've seen her do. Sometimes she's a little bit off on that. Looks like she's going a little bit crooked, but that was great. Punch front, front full, dances right out of it.
That's all part of how you construct a floor routine, is making sure it's not just piece, 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 but if you can link things together and make it a full performance, that's a separator.
Yep, some girls you'll see that do jumps out of their tumbling passes. Some just like to dance right out of it. Kind of makes their routine look a little more seamless. Maybe can help disguise some deductions if there are any on the landing.
But you'll just see the natural swing, the lines that she has when she gets up here.
That was a great handstand position to start the routine. That's, again, one of the key things that the judges are looking for. She does a ginger connected directly into an overshoot down to the low bar. She gets bonus for connecting those two elements. Yeah, she does a really nice job of hitting the handstands. Got just the dismount left. And a full twisting double back. a little short on the landing. That's kind of the theme here, I think, for NIU on bars. They're a little bit short on the landings, having to take steps or hops forward, but they are hitting, so.
Yeah, chest down there. Gets that chest up a little bit, feet underneath her. That turns into a stick.
Oh, yeah, and that could be a huge score if she, sticks that landing.
So that helps start to get Eastern Michigan back on track. Gabby Welch now.
A huge Yurchenko full, lots of power. I'd like to see her get a little bit more distance from the table, but as far as the height, that was about as good as it gets.
9.8 is her season high on floor, 9.8 on bars.
Opens with a clean double pike. Gymnasts are allowed to take a step back on their landing like she did, as long as it's controlled. So by control, you're allowed to step back, but your front foot should stay planted on the floor. She did a good job there. She's a great twister. Here's another look at the dismount. See, she keeps her legs together, toes pointed. She doesn't cross her feet at all in the air or bend her knees. That's excellent. That's exactly what the judges want to see.
Follows a 9.875 from Bree Price over on the beam for Eastern Michigan, for Northern Illinois. Everything about this routine for Stuckey is just tight.
Yeah, this has been one of the best routines she's done, tumbling wise. Got to get this last one to her feet. There she goes, double tuck. She was a little bit soft on the landing, took a deep squat, but that was one of the best routines I've seen her do. Good for her.
Welcome you back down here on the floor at the Convocation Center. Ashley Bueller, Joel Godett, glad to have you along with us. We said it was doable for Northern Illinois to get to a 1.96 tonight going on to the beam. They needed a 4.92. They got a 4.9325. That is the 15th best balance beam score in the country this year. What?
They crushed it. Yeah, they had a job to do, and they came out here and did it. And they're showing the whole world that they're in contention for not only repeating that MAC title at the end of the season, but even a trip to regionals. That's what they have in mind, and a performance like they had today, that's going to get them there, I think.
The MAC champions last. If she lands that, they might win, and they probably put up their best overall score of the year.
Yeah, they didn't quite have the rotation they wanted on beam, but it is a good event for them. They are a strong beam team, and I think they're going to go back in the gym and work out those little kinks and fix those mistakes they made today, and they're going to come back stronger next time.
Yeah, it was the best score of the season on vault, on bars, and on floor for Eastern Michigan.